What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the final part of the 2024 NFL mock draft from your boy. We are now at pick 21, and we will finish up with pick 32, the Kansas City Chiefs. We're going to go ahead and get started, man. Let me get this up and rolling. We are now recording. Like I said, if you haven't seen the last two videos, that's where all these picks were made. I'm not going to go over them all. We'll slowly scroll down so you can see 10 through 20. And now we are at pick number 21, and that is the Miami Dolphins. The Miami Dolphins definitely need some defensive help. So we're going to scroll on over to the defensive side of the ball. And I think that edge rusher would be good for them. I think a cornerback would be. Let's see the top rated. Kool-Aid McKinstry, somebody who I think is going to be a really good player in this league for a long time. Quinion Mitchell is someone who I've never heard of. He's from a small school. Shows me he's got that dog in him to be better than someone at Alabama. But I think I lean school over dog. We're going to take Kool-Aid to land in Miami. I love his name. Is that not just a dope name? Let's just be honest. Moving on to 22, the Philadelphia Eagles are someone who, for some reason, they need wide receiver, running back. That's interesting to me. I don't understand why they need wide receiver help. If you're an Eagles fan, let me know. You've got A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. That's a bit crazy to me. Let's look at running backs, though. Absolutely not. Defensive is what they need. Another edge rusher would be nice, but we need someone, cornerback, safety type of guy. Cooper DeJean is someone who I've heard about a lot. Let's see. Kamari Lassiter from Georgia. Cornerback from Iowa State. We're going to scroll up here and take the higher-rated cornerback out of Toledo, Quinion Mitchell. Now, the Texans are someone who definitely need a wide receiver to add to their core, so we're going to scroll on over to wide receiver. This is a wide receiver-heavy draft, in my opinion. Brian Thomas Jr., I feel like would be a good fit. Adonai Mitchell, I think that's how you say it. Xavier Worthy. Jalen Polk is someone who I really like. Roman Wilson, Jalen McMillan. Devontae Walker, obviously, is someone who we've heard a lot about. Let's see here. I think we're scrolling a little bit too far down. We're going to come back up here. Who would be a good fit with C.J. Stroud? We also could go defense. Let's look at defense. Who do we have here? They need an edge. I think this might be a better fit. They can go out and get somebody in free agency. We're going to take the edge out of UCLA, and we're going to move on to the other Texas team, the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys needs, according to Pro Football Talk, are offensive tackle, offensive guard, cornerback, linebacker. And let's look at the linebackers here. Who do we got? We got Edrin Cooper, Cedric Gray, Peyton Wilson, James Williams. Let's see here. Let's go to offense. Center. Offensive guard, who do we have here? UConn, Duke. Interesting. There's a lot of smaller schools right there. Duke, UConn, Kansas State, Kansas, Boston College. And when I say smaller, you know what I mean, especially when it comes to football. Offensive tackle out of Georgia, Amarius Mims. He's number 28 overall. We'll take him to go and add to that Dallas Cowboys line. The Packers, what are their needs? The offensive tackle, offensive guard, linebacker. We're going to go all defense for the Packers. Let's go linebacker. Or no. What do they need? Excuse me. Safety. We'll take Cooper DeJean. Why not? Send him to Green Bay. Now we are on to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. What quarterback? Interesting. I wonder if that's just because of Baker not officially re-signing. Jordan Travis feels like a good fit for them. If he's healthy, obviously we don't know if he's going to be healthy. But with Baker not coming back, he's not a first-round pick. He's not. Let's see here. I feel like they might lose Mike Thomas this year. That wouldn't be a bad pick. Looks like they need a lot of line help. Let's go center. Jackson Powers Johnson and Zach Frazier. And the video you guys didn't see, where I did the whole first round, it was like a 30-minute video. We looked at these two and compared them. Obviously, he's 20 spots lower, but he has more time played at this position other than this guy. He was moved around a lot. Don't know if that's because he was just at a bigger school and a lot of people played that position. But we're going to go with Zach Frazier to land with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Feel like that's a good pick. Obviously, this guy's 20 spots rated higher, but just not sure about him just because of the lack of time he's played at that position his past 2 years. He had a bunch of snaps this year, but not a lot of snaps his past 2 years. Moving on to the Cardinals are back on the clock again. Remember, we took them number 4th offensive tackle. So it feels like we could probably go defense here. I believe their head coach is also a defense. Chop Robinson definitely fits there. We're going to take him with ease. Moving on to the Bills. Wide receiver for the Bills. Brian Thomas Jr. will be a good fit. I think they're putting wide receiver on here because of the fact that they're going to lose, or they think they're going to lose, Gabe Davis. He is an unrestricted free agent wide receiver for them. But I feel like they could get a free agent, maybe someone like DeAndre Hopkins or Mike Evans. So we're going to go defense. I feel like the defense for them was a little bit lackluster. Obviously, they went through injury, so they need a lot of depth at that position. So we're going to scroll through here. Let's see. Oh, wow. The defensive tackles still are highly rated here. But they don't really need one. We'll go with the cornerback out of Georgia, Kamari Lassiter. Moving on to the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions, for some reason, are... Do they need a wide receiver? I feel like Amon-Ra. They've got Jameson Williams. They've got... Interesting. We'll go by what this... Quarterback. Why they got quarterback listed on here twice? Dang. The disrespect to Jared Goff is crazy. Let's take a look at quarterbacks. No, definitely not. Okay, well, wide receiver, we'll take Brian Thomas Jr. Would he fit well there? Or, yeah, big, strong wide receiver. Feels like that's a solid pick. Baltimore definitely is another wide receiver. I think we kind of get a little bit of a run on wide receivers here. You'll have Brian Thomas. You'll have someone here. Honestly, if Brandon Ayuk tries to leave and then Kansas City, we might have 4 taken right here in a row. The overall right now is a Donnie Mitchell, Ladd McConkey, Xavier Worthy, Troy Franklin. I think for Baltimore, they probably go Xavier Worthy. I think then I know it's not listed on here, but I do think Brandon Ayuk is not happy there. They don't really need any of these positions, in my opinion. Like, I guess they need them, but they really don't need them. We all know that the 49ers are stacked pretty much every position. I'm going to give them someone who I think is a little bit underrated, and I'm going to give them, where'd he go? Jalen Polk. Think that's a great pick. Maybe a little bit too early. And then for the Chiefs, I really do see them getting someone like Jalen McMillan or Roman Wilson, but you can't pass up over the pure talent of this guy, so we're going to take him with the 32nd overall pick. Let me know what you guys think, man. I hope you enjoyed this 3-part series. Let me know where I'm wrong, where I'm right, where if your team, whether they're, I believe pretty much everyone was in the first round, except for like who? The Panthers. I think the Panthers are the only team who don't have a first-round pick. Sucks for them. But let me know who you are a fan of, what team, and who you would want to see in those spots. But besides that, I hope you enjoyed the 3-part series. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button. Make sure to hit up all the links down below in the description. And I will catch you on the next video.